afternoon. Sunday. We're on the 7th or the 6th?
We're on the 6th.
The 6th of December. Haven't done any vlogging until now. I was just taking a slow walk up to Tesco's to get a few bits. Let the dog have a little walk. But we've not really done anything, have we, love? No. Done homework.
I hear crunching because I'm eating crisps.
She's eating crisps.
They're actually potatoes. No, they're not.
Yeah, crisps with potatoes fried, aren't they?
Oh.
That's what he means. We're making some cakes, aren't we, guys?
Yeah, Christmas cake.
Christmas
What?
cakes. So we've got
I'm
some
in a
Christmas
whole circle.
little cupcake cases.
And then there's
Little snowmans. No, gingerbread men. Jude's just doing a bit of stirring. Is it a bit tough, Jude?
Yes. Not yet.
Not yet.
In 60 seconds.
What?
We watched Mummy in 60 Christmas vlog.
Yeah. You like watching them, don't you? Mine's doing a bit of stirring. That's just one. How's it going, Malone? We've just done a box one. It's just easier, isn't it? Rainbow chip party. Yes. You eat one of the tree decorations.
Yeah. I might have
Right.
one later.
Let me put this into the cases then. Okay, go. You did it from... That's it.
10 out of 10.
Very good. Also finished our cakes. Some there. And then some there. This kitchen has become a dumping ground for Christmas stuff at the moment. Because we've got no space. We've run out. They're the ones that Malone and Jude have picked to eat this evening. What are you up to, Malone?
I'm decorating.
That's alright, it's not too heavy, it'll stay.
The Christmas tree with chocolate.
Chocolates.
And look at this, even Santa's helping me out.
Oh, well done, Santa.
Chocolates in his little
Oh.
thing. I'm not taking them out.
Oh, very good. Well done, Santa. And well done, Malone. Good teamwork. That's it. Elder dress for Christmas Day. More depressingly, I don't think it'll fit. I've eaten poorly. I've eaten so badly. And I know I've put on weight, but it's that month of the year where all food tastes really good and all the food is bad food. So that never helps. Anyway, there's two things I want to talk about really. And I was going to do this whole thing. I was going to sit down and chat to you all about it, but it'll have to be really quick now instead. But one, when we went to London yesterday, and when we first arrived, it was quite sort of, we got there about 4, I think, and around Buckingham Palace and things were quite quiet. It was unusually quiet, and I thought, this is good. This isn't bad. And as we headed around near Big Ben and stuff like that, again, it was still quite quiet. And then you come along towards Harrods and Kensington High Street, and it was carnage. One, because of cars. A lot of the cars that stop outside Harrods, like private taxis or chauffeur-driven cars and all this sort of stuff. What concerned me more than anything was the sheer volume of people outside Harrods. There's this bit outside Harrods that a lot of people always congregate because it's where the tube station is. But it was literally swarming with people. And it gave me anxiety just thinking about it, because yes, they're in tier 2 and we ourselves are in tier 3, but it's still a global pandemic. There are still hundreds of people dying a day, and I'm not exaggerating, but I would say less than half of these people were wearing masks. And they were so close. It was like they were all crammed together, like we were heading to Black Friday or the January sales, Boxing Day sales. They were all so tightly crammed together. It was just, I don't know how anyone feels comfortable in that situation. I have no idea. And then I saw the pictures this morning from Oxford Street, and then Dean showed me some pictures of the queue for Harrods this afternoon. The thing I'd say about Oxford Street and Regent Street is photographers have a way of taking pictures. We noticed this when we went to Camber Sands just after lockdown, and we stayed in this tiny little area, and it was where we were. We had no one near us for, well, our nearest people must have been about 200 yards away from us. But they have a habit of taking these pictures where they look across and it looks like everyone's really bunched together. And there's part of me that thinks that that's what they were doing with Regent Street. We didn't go through there because it was shut off, but we got to a certain point and it looked busy, but not as busy as what these, you know, pictures made out it to be. Don't get me wrong. I mean, if it was anything like Harrods, then that's just absolutely ridiculous. But it was just, it's just carnage. I don't know what these people are doing, because it's just gonna rise again, isn't it? I wouldn't say it was as bad if people were wearing masks, but there wasn't. So one, they wasn't wearing masks, and then two, there wasn't socially distancing. So logic, there is none. And secondly, second point. So Malone and Jude were absolutely starving in London. We sat in a lot of traffic, but to me it was all worth it. So we decided to come back to our local McDonald's just because it was easier. And we sat outside and we ate it, like in the car park. But just as we were ordering it through the drive-through, we needed to create space in the cup holders. And in the cup holders was my phone and my wallet. And so Dean picked them up and put them in the glove compartment. And as he put them in, he leant on like the centre, not the glove compartment, that centre bit, like centre armrest. And as he leant on it, my phone's made the noise I've never ever heard before. It was some strange weird beeping. Anyway, we kind of looked at each other. So where the hell's that coming from? Anyway, it was my phone, and it had dialed, I think, the number 121 or something like that, I think. Anyway, it was like a split second, so I quickly like pressed end call and didn't think anything else of it. We ate at McDonald's, and I suppose about half an hour later, we're pulling up onto the drive, and there's this police car sitting outside our house. And I didn't think anything of it really. And I reversed onto the drive, and then they get out. So I knew it was us. I knew that. I knew. Anyway, so my heart started racing. I was thinking, oh no, what's happened? What's happened? So as I've reversed down and I've turned the car off, this police officer's gone, oh, I'm after Becky Lucas. I was like, oh no. Oh, what's happened? Anyway, basically, they'd had this emergency call come through from my number, and they said that they had heard a bit of screaming, which is obviously the children. It must have been for a split second, which he said it was for a split second. So they then raced to our house, noticed there was no lights on or anything like that. Dean's thinking it's like something like The Fall. So they, for instance, think that the house is in pitch black, but I'm being slaughtered upstairs. Anyway, they basically said, you know, don't worry about it. It happens all the time. But they're just glad that I'm safe and we're safe. But when Dean was replaying it back in his head, he was saying about how when he got out, a police officer followed him around his side, and one stayed with me. I guess because they are worried that I'd been abducted or I'd been beaten by him or whatever, I don't know. But it just goes to show that they take these things very carefully and seriously. And again, they said, you know, it's fine. We won't make a habit of doing it again. Jesus Christ. I've lost my train of thought now. Yes, they said, look, it's fine. It happens. One of them was saying, oh, his niece did it or something. It's easily done. But it just goes to show how they do take notice of it. and things like that. So I think it's obviously heightened because of lockdown. There was a lot in the press and on social media about, what's the word called? Domestic violence. Because of lockdown, lots of people can't escape it. So, why are you checking yourself out? So vain. So yeah, it's good to know that they were taking these things seriously. Don't be annoying. They take these things seriously. But I just felt so guilty. I have a feeling we'll be put on their records now. Just in case they think, we'll keep an eye. Maybe this is the first incident. We'll keep an eye out for Mr. Lucas, just in case. But yeah, embarrassing, but equally I just felt guilty. What a waste of police time over basically, not a butt dial, but of similar. Don't actually know how my phone managed to do 121 though, bizarrely, because it was in the central armrest thing, and no fingers were near it. So I don't quite understand that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.